How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. Cincinnati Reds first baseman Joey Votto has made it known he wants to play one more year in the majors. Votto, that $20 million team option that is, there's pretty much no chance all Cincinnati Reds pick this up. But Votto's made it known. He said, hey, I'd still like to play with the Reds. And that being said, the Reds could come back and say, let's offer you a lower deal, a more team-friendly deal. Come back for one more season. The farewell tour in Cincinnati, I think fans personally would love to see it. The guy deserves it. The things he's done for Cincinnati, the city of Cincinnati, the team of Cincinnati over the years, and to play his entire career in one uniform, it's something almost unheard of in today's day and age. And I just, all in all, I think it'd be great to see Joey Votto come back, play for the Reds one more season. The question is, do the Reds want Joey Votto? Because as we said, Joey Votto said, hey, I'd be happy to play for the Reds again. Does the Reds want to keep Joey Votto? They got so many of these infielders, Encarnacion Strand, Marte, Steer, Ellie De La Cruz, McLean, I can't say it right, McLean, India. There's names all everywhere. And it's difficult for them to find a spot for Joey Votto to play. And it's also Joey Votto, now say it is what it is the last few seasons. He's become a 200 hitter because he's getting older. He's struggling a bit more at the plate. He's become a 200 hitter, but at the same time, he's still, when he was healthy last year, he turned into this team's best power hitter. It looks like in a full season, he can still give you 30, 35 home runs in a season. And there is some value to that. And more importantly, there's some value to what he can bring to the table as a guy that is likely to be a Hall of Famer one day. So from my perspective, I say, hey, bring this guy back in. I think he knows his role at this time in his career and his age. Like, he's probably going to play 2 every 3 days at most, which in a David Bell offense, that's fine. He likes to rotate guys in and out as much as it is. Would you rather, and this is the question, right? What's going to happen. They have all these young guys regardless. Would you rather have David Bell substituting in a Stuart Fairchild or a Kevin Newman every third day? Or would you rather have a guy that's likely to be a future Hall of Famer and Joey Votto that can bring that veteran leadership, can really calm down the locker room and, the times of distress, the times of, when they're heading into that downhill spiral, maybe even when they're on their highest of highs, and say, hey, let's stay level-headed here, because this is a really young bunch and there's a lot that Votto can do for this team and this organization and definitely this clubhouse if he plays one more season here. We're talking just from the clubhouse effects. How about the ability, again, one of the best hitters the Reds have ever had, one of the best, most disciplined hitters of all time, the things he can do and the knowledge he can bring to this team. And to believe he's probably already did that because he's, kind of taken on that more of a leadership role. You bring him back to the team for one more season. You say, okay, Votto kind of knows he's not going to play every day. He might play, he might play 2/3, he might play half. But he's still going to have a role in this team. There's always the chance of injuries. We've seen it this season. You had all these young guys, but hey, injuries came about and about and about. And all of a sudden things were kind of, whoa, let's take a step back here. So you do want to have the depth. Just in case, the emergency, just in case you don't want to see it happen. And you do want to have some guys that can bring a little bit of pop to the plate. And I think Votto is one of those guys, even in today's day and age where the Reds are all about getting on, getting over, playing aggressive on the base paths. It's still good to have a couple of those guys that are respected as power hitters that can drive them in at any given time. So personally, I really would like to see it be again, I think he deserves a farewell tour with the way he's played. Kind of give him a chance to go around every stadium, get the proper acknowledgments, and most importantly, getting to do it on his terms and do it in Cincinnati. I think a lot of us, and especially Votto, he doesn't want to end it the way he ended it this year. He's a competitor, and you never know with Joey Votto because of the way he's a competitor, the way he's kind of that perfectionist where he might go out there and he might bat 250, 260 next season and hit 35 home runs, which, hey, if you do that in your final year on a contract, 40, 41 years old, that's great. If not, again, I don't know. It's an interesting situation with Votto for me because, you've seen the way he batted the last couple seasons average-wise, and Votto's kind of said, hey, I don't want to be out there taking somebody else's roster spot up. I don't want to be out there struggling late in my career. If I can't do it no more, I can't do it no more. I'm going to walk away, which means Votto kind of feels like he feels good enough. He feels like he's got the abilities to go out there and put together a good season. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do for one final year. I think what really concerns me, and I hope it doesn't matter, it worries me seeing these last 2 or 3 years of batting this bad where he's not batting 240 or 250, but he's batting 200, 198, how much that affects his career numbers and how much that might affect, now when you look at the career numbers, the stat line across the board, how much that affects his potential of making Hall of Fame. I hope it doesn't. That is the one thing I've thought about that's a negative. Bovato's going to play regardless, so I guess that doesn't matter. The best we can do is hope he goes out there and performs and plays well. But I always wonder, because what if that drops his out average by another 2, 3, 4 ticks on a career? How will they feel about it? At the end of the day, and at his best, at his prime, and he was one of the most or best guys at getting on base, and that's what you got to do in baseball. So I feel like it's still there, but we'll see. Love to see him stay in a Reds uniform. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.